उल्टा गर्नुले यसलाई सुल्दै रहेछ okay so here great people who change the world to tribute to the people who have significance. This is based on this book. Yeah. So here our first topic is actors and entertainers. This is a very uh, nice it's a form of art, you can say, where people make something that is fake but make it look like real. It's very nice. So the first influential people under actors and entertainers are Charlie Chaplin. He was born on April 16, 1889 on Walworth, London, United Kingdom. Died in December 25th, 1977 on Corsair sur Vevey, Switzerland. He had four children, more than that actually, and his wife was Una O'Neill. The life of the tramp. Charlie Chaplin was born to a poor family in London when he was left to care his mentally unstable mother with his brother in charity homes. He got into an acting from a small age, playing Sherlock Holmes and other characters. His first film appearance was in Making a Living. He became an instant hit in making silent comedy movies. I think you all know Charlie Chaplin. This is how he looked like. So he was born to a poor family at first, so difficult for him, and his mother was mentally unstable. And looks like they were left to care for their mother in an orphanage home or charity homes with his brother, not alone. Then he liked acting from a small time. You know Sherlock Holmes, the detective. He played that, and then later making a living. It was a very successful movie, and he became a hit, very popular. He did many different movies like The Great Dictator, Little Tramp, uh, Kid Order, Races at Venice, and more. He made a lot of movies, hundreds and hundreds. And he was knighted by Queen Elizabeth. You know what is meaning by knighted?
What?
Knighted means like honored by the queen. They keep the sword at here and here.
Wow.
It's called knighted.
The knight.
Hmm.
He will become knight.
No, not. He will not become knight. It's just an honor.
Yeah, to become a knight is making honor.
Before it was for the knight. Now it's just honoring.
Mm.
Okay, next.
Spell it knighted.
Knightd.
It's a knight.
Now next, Alfred Hitchcock. This is how he looks like.
Mm. Mm.
He was born in August 13, 1899 in Leytonstone, in London, again in UK, and died in April 29, 1980 in the US. His wife was Alma Reville, and his books was Prohibidos a lo Nerviosos, which I believe is Spanish. And he has some really nice quotes. Some are here. Drama is life with the dull bits cut out. This one I really like. And another is
What does it mean?
it's like drama is like our life, real
Mm.
life,
Mhm.
but with the boring part cut out. You understand? Very nice quote once you understand this. Last ball, sir. And he always make the audience suffer as much as possible
Wow.
to make it intense
Mm.
and to make it more exciting. There is no terror in the bang, only in the anticipation of it. Meaning, that means like maybe there's a scene building up maybe to a explosion, but it's gone. Bear, bear. Okay, so that means suppose there's an explosion going somewhere. Then he explains that the best bit or the best part is not in the explosion. It's in the building up to the explosion. All the things going up to the last part. Let's say the last scene of the movie. That makes intense.
Mm.
Tapsi, any questions? So here, this is the life of the thriller, Alfred Hitchcock. Little is known about Alfred's childhood, so we don't know much. But his first hit movie was The Lodger. He was really popular for making suspense and making the audience feel the movie instead of just watching it. He's known as the master of suspense, one of the greatest directors ever.
He's a director.
You finally knew.
Mm.
So here, so we don't know a lot about childhood, so I have
Mm.
not mentioned here. But he was really well known for making suspense movies. He was the first person to make suspense movies, making the audience feel the suspense or feel with the movie, not just watch it. One of the greatest directors ever. Now we move on to entrepreneurs. So here, Henry Ford. Henry Ford was born on July 30, 1863 in Greenfield Township, Michigan, which is in the US. Died in April 7, 1947, Fairlane, home of Clara and Henry Ford, in same place, Michigan, United States. Wait for a while.
Bakit may palatastas ka?
Is pala
Commercial break.
commercial break need to do. Okay, here.
Okay
Uh,
na.
okay, so there's a fact here. Did you know that Henry Ford is the sixth wealthiest figure of modern period? He has a net worth of 188 to 199 billion dollars just by selling cars, according to Wikipedia.org. Not current, he's already dead, but when he was alive. So here are some very nice quotes. If you think you can do a thing or think you can't do a thing, you're right. This
Mm.
one I don't understand also. Coming together is success. Staying together is progress and working together is success. Think this explains by itself. You guys understand? Number one, not. The actual question is if you think you can do a thing or think you can't do a thing, you're right.
The purpose will explain.
So explain. Not. Yes, correct. Hmm. Yeah, and failure is simply the opportunity to begin again. This time more intelligently. Both understand?
Mm. Mama. Pops don't understand. Pop,
Okay, okay.
Pops don't
I
understand what.
remember the quote. Failure is not just the opportunity. Uh, Failure is an opportunity to begin again. That means if you fail, that's an opportunity. Don't think it's something bad. Think something that it is good so that you can start again, but this time more better, more intelligently. It's a picture of Henry Ford.
Ito yung first made car ng Henry Ford.
The
Is this?
quadricycle.
This his own first made car?
The quadricycle, no.
Galing ng Henry Ford. Because of him, we have car, huh?
Mhm.
Otherwise, we cannot travel that far.
So here,
Mm. Can you tell me how he invent this car? How was his initial process? How he think of it?
you should go into his brain to know.
You don't know?
Hmm.
There is in the book about
No,
how he made the first car, how he invent.
no, it's
How?
not written here.
Mm, you did not do research.
Here, nothing. What's these 30 slides with over 20 people?
I want to know how. Um,
So here, first he used to work. Okay, let me explain this. So I think I know also a little bit. He used to work with. This is by myself. Not this is not in the book. He used to work for Edison. You know Thomas Alva Edison, the light bulb making one. He worked in his factory before, and in his free time, he you know the like a cycle, right? And then he designed the cycle maybe with four wheels. And he tried to make what is called quadricycle because quad means
mm,
four.
mm.
And he developed this idea and he made this. And it was very similar to a car. I think he made the car by like that. Look here, quadricycle.
Is it Pops? Mm, 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 mm.
But these are just stories. They're not. They might not be real.
Mm. Okay.
So here now, Bill Gates. He was born on October 28, 1955. He's 63 years old in Seattle, Washington, in the U.S. His net worth is 97.9 billion US dollar,
Wait.
which is still cheaper than, I mean, which is
What
still
is
less
that
than
there?
Henry Ford. He's there.
No.
Bear, we'll look. So his spouse was Melinda Gates, and he has three children. He learned in Harvard College, Harvard University. And some quotes of his are, "Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning." Do you understand this?
Mm,
Bear, do you understand? Success is a lousy teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they can't lose. Do you understand this? So, if okay, to make this easier for you, suppose success is a teacher, and it tricks smart people into thinking that they can't lose, but everyone they lose. And every smart people think they can't lose at all. Do you understand this now? And that's success. And this is my favorite quote from him. Life is not fair. Get used to it. This explains itself, I think. Get used to it.
Why I need to get used to it?
Because life is not fair. You can't change that. So get used to it. It's unfair. I really like that quote. So here, this is how he looks like. I think you have seen him already before. So here, this is the life of the programmer. He was shy and awkward as a teenager. Born to successful parents, he was awarded with great education. He went to Harvard University. In 1986, he founded Microsoft and became a billionaire in the age of 31. So his childhood was very easy because his parents were rich,
Hmm.
very rich and successful, and he got good education in good school. He learned in private school. He went to Harvard University, and in 1986, he founded Microsoft. And when it became public, he became a billionaire when he was 31 years old. He wrote his first computer program uh, when even the computers were not generally, like found or available, let's say. Here. And he founded many other organizations for like Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, like a charity institution, or Gates Learning Foundation, or the William H. Gates Foundation, many more. He's made a lot. Now we go to another topic, religious figures and advocates. Mahatma Gandhi, the man who freed India. So he was born in October the 2nd, 1969, in Porbandar,
18.
1989,
18.
1869, sorry, in Porbandar, India. His full name is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Moms, can you say that?
Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi.
Mm. He was actually assassinated in January 30, in 1948, New Delhi, India. His spouse was Kasturba Gandhi, and he has a lot of quotes, and I only choose this one because this is the only one I like. Nearly everything you do is of no importance, but it is important that you do it.
Huh? Again.
Nearly everything you do is of no importance, but it is important that you do it. Wait, I also did a mistake. Ignore this. Mm.
That is a comma.
From it is important, but you that one do that. You that ignore that word those words.
Mm.
Do you understand this?
Mm.
How about Lopsy? Do you understand this? So here, now nearly everything you do is of no importance because I already told you from previous presentation how universe is big and we're all going to die. It's like that, but it's no importance at all. But it is important that you do it because it makes a difference. It changes the world and it can do something new. That's why it is important that you do it. This is how it looks like. Now here, Chan Ayan. So
Yung
he
parang
was the
John Lennon.
not John Lennon had hair. So anyways, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was born as the son of a statesman. As a child, he had a violent temper and was shy and self-conscious. He was married at age 13 years old. Can I mute you? And he moved to South Africa to work. in law. Uh,
South Africa?
mm,
Mm.
went to study law.
Mm. Wala nag-aral tong Gandhi na to.
And then after
Ba't
20
nakaka-
years in South Africa, he returned to India to help in the struggle against the British rule. One of the first to listen to him was Jawaharlal Nehru. You know, I think Lopsy know Nehru. Do you know Nehru, moms? Remember the Jawaharlal Nehru station?
Mm.
He was Gandhi follower, and he was given the title Mahatma. That's actually not his name. He was somebody gave him Mahatma. Yes, means great soul. Great soul होइन महाआत्मा. Hmm. So Gandhi led a significant 24-day march to the sea to protest against the British. And Gandhi never received the Nobel Peace Prize. He was nominated 5 times for it though. In tribute to the memory of Mahatma Gandhi. And he was assassinated also in 1948, January 30. 1948, January 30. Next, Buddha, the enlightened one. He is controversially born in Lumbini. But he is died in Kushinagar, India. His full name is Siddhartha Gautam. Buddha was just the title given to him later. His parents are Suddha Dana and Maya. This is a statue of him.
Why they make him gold?
Because there is no photo of him.
Mm.
So he was the son of king of the Sakya clan of the Sakya clan, and because of the prediction that he would become a great ruler or a teacher, his father took great pains to shelter him from unhappiness and anything that might make him contemplate religious life. When he was 30 years old, Buddha left his comfortable life, including his beautiful wife and son, to live as a wandering person. He is said to have achieved self-enlightenment 6 years after living like this, while meditating beneath a Bodhi tree. According to the Buddhist tradition, Buddha did not claim any divine status for himself, nor did he assert that he was inspired by any god. He claimed to be not a personal savior, but a teacher to guide those who choose to listen. As such, Buddhism is regarded as unusual for being a like a forcing religion.
Mm.
Really unique Buddhism, nice religion. Our next title is our royals and monarchs. No, there's more, but mom still only the important one. Choose. Yeah, the nice background and like that. Mom's told. Now here we start with Julius Julius Caesar. You know Julius Caesar? Anyone here?
What is royals and monarchs?
Royals mean like rulers.
Hmm.
And monarchs means like a monarchy, you know, monarchy. It's like
Can you
with kings,
explain to me?
kings, queens, like that, hereditary,
Oh.
like that.
So what is the difference between the two?
Royals and monarchs.
Mm-hmm.
Royals are the people. Monarchs represent the monarchies, meaning it's a system. Royals are the individual people who operate a monarchy. And are you clear now?
Like this Queen Elizabeth. Like this
She's a
Queen,
royal.
uh, she's a royal, right? But she's also queen. So
Yes.
she's a monarch.
Queen is not a monarch. Yes, she is a monarch also. She's part of a monarch.
Mm-hmm.
She's part of a monarchy. But Britain is actually no longer a monarchy. She just serves like a fake something.
What do you mean fake?
Because Britain is not a monarchy anymore. Yeah, only for ceremony. Yeah.
Mm,
Are you clear now?
okay.
Okay, so now Julius Caesar, the conqueror. You know Julius Caesar? Moms, do you know? Moms, do you know? Okay. See the say words, not your head because I'm looking there.
Mm,
Okay. So he was born in 100 BC in Rome, Italy. He was also assassinated in March 15, 44 BC in Rome, Italy. He had three wives. Polygamy was there, and he had three sons. He had one. He gave one a very nice quote. I really like this. Veni, vidi, vici.
what does it mean?
This is this means I saw. I came, I saw, and I conquered. This means
I saw,
I came, I saw, and I conquered.
I came, I saw.
I conquered.
Benny, BD, BC,
Bichi.
Chi.
Okay, this is how we look like. Not exactly. So in a young age, he learned to learn various different languages, and in 78 BC, Caesar began his political career as an advocate, known for his oratory, his ruthless criticism of extortion and corruption. He aimed at perfection, at travel to Rhodes to study philosophy with the famous teacher Apollonius Molo. Caesar fought and won a civil war which made him the undisputed master of the Roman world. He began extensive reforms of the Roman society and government. He also became a dictator, heavily centralizing what was at time of faltering Roman Republic. So he technically made the Roman Republic, Rome, very great. The Roman Empire is one of the greatest empire now, and it's because of Caesar, Julius Caesar. He wrote 7 books, 10 books in total. 7 books about wars and 3 books about how he survived the civil war. Next, Diana, the Princess of Wales. So she was born in July 1st, 1961 in the UK and died in August 31, 1997 in France. Her full name is Diana Frances Spencer. She has many siblings and 3 children and 2 children, 3 children, sorry. And one of her children is currently now Prince. Actually, all 3 of them are Prince, but how she look like and here. She's many people call her Princess Diana, but she should actually be called Diana, Princess of Wales, or just Diana, because that is incorrect. Here. She was a teacher, kindergarten teacher, before her marriage to Charles, making her princess. Charles was the Prince of Wales, and she excelled in sports and wanted to be a ballerina when she was small. Her and Prince Charles' wedding took place in St. Paul's Cathedral, London, in 1981, and around 750 million people watched the wedding around the world. She was the first English woman to marry and heir to the throne since 1659, meaning she was the first person
Oh,
to marry a boy to become royal since 1659. And she was more of a social worker than a princess because she actually helped a lot. So, she went to she supported and founded many charity projects, and then helped landmines, taking out the landmines, helping people be protected from diseases, and she was serving as a Red Cross volunteer while she was princess there. And Diana died in a car crash in 1997. She was one of the most popular, like a royal or let's say celebrity at her time. And next, now let's go to musicians and composers. I think you all know what is music. So here, Mozart, the masterpiece maker. He was born in January 27 in 1756 in Salzburg, Austria, and he died in December 5th, 1791 in
so
Vienna, Austria.
young.
Yeah, died early. His full name, he has a very long name,
So long.
but people just,
Forward.
yeah, but people just call him Mozart.
That's the Mozart. Oh, the
Last.
last name.
Mozart or Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Because this is his early name. He changed his name later to Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. But his full name when he was small was Johannes Chrysostomus Wolfgangus Theophilus Mozart.
Parang scientific name
Nanak.
of a plant.
And he had three children. This is how he looked
Oh,
like.
game.
It's a painting, not a picture. He was born to a musical family when he was small. His father uh, was, music composer, and his uncles were also professional musicians. And when he learned the piano when he was very small, the first instrument he learned was the piano. Then he learned the violin, and he learned to make his own music when he was 5 years old, and he learned the piano when he was 3 years old. When Mozart was 6 years old, he and his older sister Marianne were showcased by their father in concerts at the courts of Central Europe, Paris, and London. He wrote a lot of piano pieces especially for two people, which he would play with his sister. So he had his own opera, and he opened it in 1782, which was a great success. This time he showcased his very influential work, and he made many different musical pieces such as the Turkish March or sonata, or the magic flutes, etc. Very, he's considered the most influential person in the music industry in the old time. Now here, Ludwig van Beethoven, the deaf genius. So anyways, he was born in December 1770 in Bonn, Germany. He's German, and he died in Vienna, Austria, on March 26, 1827. He is German, Austrian, and German.
How he can listen what he plays? He's a deaf.
Now he gradually become deaf, but first he could hear.
Uh,
This is how he look like.
malakas kasi yung magpiano. Sa big sound.
Ah,
Ba't ba ganun po? Parang hindi nagsusuklay. Okay.
nagsuklay lang ba?
Mm.
Okay, so with not much is known about his young age, so not much. And in 1792, Beethoven moved to Vienna, Austria, to study with his brother, his siblings. He immediately became known as a piano virtuoso, meaning like a piano player, and gradually as a composer. He was the first important composer to earn a successful living without taking the unemployment in the church or court. That means he earned money through music only, without taking any other profession. In moving to Vienna, his works were accepted, if controversial, and from the end of the 1970s, Beethoven was not dependent on patronage for his income. That means he earned purely from music and his opera. At around age 30, he started to become deaf, which is caused due to his depression and contemplation of suicide. He made many different piano pieces such as Forellis or Moonlight Sonata, much more than that. Very influential person. The end. These 30 slides, Shadow.
Sarap.